So in today's video, here is a nice problem regarding arithmetic and number theory. Here is the following equation. We have x squared plus 28x plus 96 as a form quadratic equation equals the power of p. Okay, p as a prime number. So our goal, we are going to find appropriate values of x and p in order to make this equation satisfied. Okay, you guys, you can give a hands to this problem prior to the solution. Go ahead, pause this video when you come back to see the full solution. Okay, now let's jump into the solution now. So as usual, you know the form quadratic binomial is going to be transferred into the product. We are going to factor out this one to make the connection between this prime and the left hand side of this equation, which is involving x. So I get the following. I get x squared here plus 28x is the same as 24x plus 4x plus 96 equals p to the n. Okay, so we have a straight relationship between this 4x and 96. Okay, so we know 96 is divisible by number 4, so I'm going to make number 4 as a common factor. Then also here I'm going to make x as a common factor as well here. So I get x factor x plus 24. For this one I get 4 is multiplied by x plus 24, because 4 is multiplied by 24 is given as 96 equals p to the n. Here is the common factor here, which is x plus 24. This one will be multiplied by x as a first term. This one will be multiplied by number 4 as a second term. So the whole thing, now I get a product here which equals p to the n. Okay, so we know the left hand side of this equation is a power of p because the right hand side of this equation is a power of p. But remember, p prime, it could be even prime, it could be odd prime. So we are going to go through two cases. So the first case number 1, if p equals 2. Okay, let's replace this value of p into this equation. I get x plus 24 factor x plus number 4 equals 2 to the n. Okay, so as you know, since the left hand side of this equation is a power of 2, so I'm going to put this one on the form of the equation system. So I get here 2 to the a equals x plus number 4, and 2 to the b equals x plus 24, where is b is strictly superior than a. We forget x must be a natural number. Okay, so it's very simple here. In order to cancel out x from here, I'm simply going to put this equation minus this equation. So as I'm doing that, I get 2 to the b minus 2 to the a equals 24 minus 4, which is 20. Okay, then taking 2 to the a as a common factor, I get 2 to the a factor 2 to the b minus a minus number 1, which equals 20. 20 is the same as 4 is multiplied by 5. In the other words, it will have 2 squared is multiplied by 5. This one is given as a 20. So we know this term is odd. This one is even, which means this one is taking this one and this one is taking this one. Okay, so which means I'm simply going to extract the value of a, which equals 2, as an exponent. This one also, I get 2 to the b, a will be replaced with number 2 here, minus 2 minus 1 equals 5. So taking minus 1 to the right, I get here 2 to the b minus 2, which equals 6, 1 plus 5. Dividing both sides of this equation by number 2 here, I get 2 to the b minus 3 equals 3. But this one, it's strictly impossible. But the right hand side of this equation is not a power of 2, which is impossible to be this one. Okay, which means even prime in this situation is not available. So we are going to look for odd prime. So our equation is involving the odd prime. only. Okay, now let's erase this board and move on to the next step. By the way, as we work on add prime, so we will get the same thing as we did previously. We get the same thing as we have previously. So the only thing difference here, so just we are dealing with the add prime here. So we know each term of this product is a power of p. It will be written on this form. I get p to the a equals x plus number 4, and also I get p to the b equals x plus 24. Okay, remember, notice here this one is valid only for the prime numbers, not other numbers, because if you have other numbers you may have add or even factor inside of this one. We don't know which the value of the left hand side of this equation is going to take each one of these. Okay, if we don't know if this one unknown value we don't know is a even or odd, so are going to manner the GCD of the left hand side of this equation. Okay, since we don't know even what's the value of x is, we cannot say anything. But since we know p is a prime, so this one is telling us the right information about the left hand side of this equation. Now let's move on to our work. So I'm simply going to take the difference of these two equations as I did previously. Taking this one minus this one, I will be ended with p to the b minus p to the a. With this one minus this one, I get 20 here. So now I'm going to factor out this one. I get p to the a factor p to the b minus a minus number 1 equals 20. 20 is the same as 2 squared is multiplied by 5. Now, since we are dealing with the odd prime, which means this one is an even, this one is an odd, which means the even term is going to take number 4, which we have at the right hand side of this equation, because we have known values. Okay, so we know which the value of this one is going to take. We know which the value of this one is going to take as well. So we know 5 is a prime, we know p to the a, we know p is a prime as well. So which means it's very simple here. Taking p to the a equals 5, p to the b minus a minus number 1 is going to take number 4, or 2 squared. So we know this exponent a equals 1 because we get 5 here. Okay, so let's replace a with number 1 here. So I'm simply going to take this one to the right, p to the b minus 1 equals 5. So b minus 1 equals 1 as well. Okay, so which means b equals 2. So this is just extra step. We would stop here since we found p equals 5. Okay, so now finding x, I'm simply going to replace the value of 5 here, which we have here, into this one to find x, because we know p to the a equals 5. Okay, let's replace that. I get 5 equals p to the a, which equals x plus number 4, which means x equals 5 minus number 4, which is equals 1. So I get a nice solution here, which is x equals number 1 with p equals 5. Okay, so I have ended with this problem. By the way, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and support the channel, and thank you for watching. I will see you next video. Bye.